You're watching Business Access TV.
Business Access.
Business Access. Business Access.
Business Access.
You are watching Business Access TV.
Business Access TV.
Serious
about business.
Serious about business.
The Bureau of Standards Jamaica, BSJ, and the Ministry of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries is today staging the National Quality Awards. And Business Access TV is here at the Jamaica Pegasus to share in the occasion. Thanks for joining us. I'm Garth Williams, and we're going to bring you the highlights. With us now is the Executive Director of the Bureau of Standards Jamaica, Mr. Stephen Wedderburn. With the BSJ's refocusing its energy as a facilitator, how does the National Quality Awards aid that process of this renewed energy around facilitation?
Okay. Well, the National Quality Awards, because it recognizes those companies which have excellent quality systems already, we think sets an example for those companies which may think that, a quality system is beyond them. For instance, a lot of small companies will say, I'm too small to do a quality system, but that's not true. And one of the categories we have in the NQA is MSME category. We also have an agricultural category for farmers and so on. So what we are saying, any organization can put in a quality system. NQA winners provide an example that it can be done, and BSJ is prepared to work with other companies to bring them up to standards where they need help.
With us now is the CEO of Intren, Kelly Tomlin. And you're probably used to Kelly in a different role, but she really hasn't left the industry. She's just with a different corporate entity. Kelly, just share with us a little bit about Intren and what it does.
Intren builds utility infrastructure, transmission lines, substations, gas pipelines. We also offer professional services to manage contractors and design work as well. We actually work with utilities to both design their system and construct it.
Great. Now, it's a U.S.-based company, which means you're not actually operating in Jamaica, but do you have an arm that can provide services here in Jamaica?
We have 2,000 employees, and we could do work here. Right now, I know that it's being served well by JPS and their contractors, but I do think there's an opportunity for our professional services, especially in the analysis and standard setting mode. But I think the utility infrastructure here is doing great now.
Now, Jamaica is moving at quite a pace to get up to date with technology, and companies are really not staying in the dark ages, so to speak, anymore. We're really moving forward. What's your forecast for industry, the productive sector in Jamaica?
Well, just speak about my industry. When we were constructing the utility infrastructure, we had the same mesh systems, we had the same infrastructure and the technology as Florida Power and Light, as ComEd and Exelon. So I saw in that standard that we really don't want to play small. We want to bring all the technology. So they say this is the fourth industrial revolution, and this really should be Jamaica's revolution because it's so poised to bring this idea of innovation, quality, and standards together. And I think we have the talent, we have the vision, and we have the way to do that. This thing, the recent, I watched from afar, but watching Jamaica's success and its progress, we really are poised right now to take advantage of the combination of innovation, technology, standards, and quality.
With us now is Mrs. Julia Bonner-Douay, and she's the Director of the Standards Division at the Bureau of Standards Jamaica. Now, Mrs. Bonner-Douay, I have a simple question, which may take a little while for you to give me everything, right? But summarize if you can. The National Quality Awards, the process, what goes into it, and what does the BSJ achieve through executing it?
Okay, thank you for having me. The National Quality Award is one of our tools to ensure that the country as a whole use standards and quality. So the Bureau of Standards is a national standards body. And our mandate under the Act is to facilitate trade. And facilitate trade using standards and standardization. So what we have found is that this award is about looking at companies who have implemented a quality system. And our quality system is encompasses standards and standard operating procedures and those things. So this combined quality system will help a company to be more productive. So think of an entrepreneur who is maybe painting out, staying in a chair or something. How you mix the product, what percentage of the mixture you put in your water and all those things, that becomes a standard. It's a standard for him. Right. On the contrary, look at something like a sugar, where we have a standard for sugar, where the quality of the sugar should be such that allows it to be good for good use. So what we want to do with this National Quality Award is to assess the companies who have implemented a quality system. So the quality system, they have procedures, they have a standard, identify a standard, and they have human resources around that to ensure that they have the final product, which is the same quality all the time. And that is a platform for productivity and economic success.
With us now is the chairman of the Standards Council at the Bureau of Standards Jamaica, Mr. James Rawle. Describe for us the role of the BSJ in encouraging industry and innovation.
Well, you know, the BSJ is a standards organization, and the focus of the organization is really to facilitate trade through the promulgation of a series of standards and technical guidelines. These standards and technical guidelines will guide industries as to how to proceed in manufacturing and offering services, and that in itself drives innovation. I've always said that one of the best ways to transfer technology from one place to another is through standards. Because in a standard, you describe exactly what you want to do, the levels that you want to reach, and therefore you make the investments accordingly. So central to the role of the Bureau is to educate our people, to educate industry, to educate service providers in innovation, in following standards, in meeting and exceeding consumer demands.
Now, you made a big focus just now on educating a variety of stakeholders across the Jamaican landscape with a newer generation of entrepreneurs coming forward, newer types of companies coming forward. How is the BSJ evolving to educate persons in a more relevant kind of way for this age?
Well, you may not know, but one of the strong focus of the BSJ is working with its small and medium-sized companies. By definition, entrepreneurs starting up. And what we do, we guide them through the processes of setting up, of doing what they do. We provide support, not only in terms of intellectual ability, but in terms of practical training. And the outreach, and you well know, the outreach is to small and medium-sized companies because they need the help, right? So one of the big focus of the Standards Organization is to educate. And tonight we're here at the National Quality Awards. The National Quality Awards in itself is a very important step in that direction, where we reward companies who follow through in their systems with quality standards, building quality in what they do.
With us now is the QMS manager at the CB Group, Mr. Joseph Small. Now, Mr. Small, first and foremost, congratulations, I suppose, on the fact that the CB Group was given a mentorship by the dairy industries. Speak to us a little bit about how the National Quality Awards feeds into strengthening that mentorship program and the group overall.
Thank you very much. The National Quality Awards program, I see, for the CB Group has been a very good program. We have participated for the last 6 or 8 years. And in doing so, we have found that it has strengthened our quality management program and food safety programs. To have won the National Quality Awards for the SME sector with Caribbean Hatcheries from the CB Group was a remarkable feat for the group, and we all celebrated. And we were honored and privileged to have won a position as a mentor, or a mentee rather, done by the Dairy Industries Jamaica Limited. And that program has served us very well because we have learned so much from the numerous programs they have at Dairy Industries Jamaica Limited, to include, for example, their energy program, where we have adopted a number of their strategies and utilized it across the group. We are also very impressed by their 5S system, which is a very important system where every detail is looked at, including where equipment are located and managed. We're also very impressed by the good manufacturing programs that they have. And we have adopted a number of those strategies as well across the CB group. So all in all, I'd say the mentorship program is an excellent program, and I'd recommend that any company out there that wants to improve their system needs to align themselves with such a program.
Senator Sumudo, the National Quality Awards clearly is not a straightforward thing at all. It must be a little difficult. Or is it really that difficult to select a winner?
Well, it's easy because no names are attached to the entries. Each entry is coded. So the board that looks at it really doesn't have any possibility of being partial or biased. So it's actually good when you get to look at an entry for really just the entry's sake. It was a good year though, because we saw an increase of 20% of entries. We saw some very good entries. We saw a number of MSMEs come into categories that weren't very aggressive earlier. And so now I think we're starting to get to the point where we have national representation in the Quality Awards, and we've set ourselves targets for next year to grow by a further 20% because, we want it to be representative of the total business sector and really award those who deserve it.
Don't go anywhere. When we return, we'll be on the inside for all the formalities.
Ready for cable for as little as $100? Ready for no monthly cable bill? Ready for 10 TV channels absolutely free? Then pick up our Ready TV box at authorized stores for $4,500. Hook it up to your TV set, then top it up with Ready Credit for 1, 7, or 30 days. Buy now and get $1,000 free Ready Credit and start watching your favorite shows. Pick it up, hook it up, top it up. Ready TV. Prepaid cable TV when you're ready. Now serving Kingston and St. Catherine. Limited time offer while stocks last. Conditions apply.
As the end of the year draws nigh and the celebrations begin, let us add some magic to the festivities with our BATV Christmas mix. Why settle for blah when you can have fa la 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 la? 60 advertising spots, 10 fraud spots. This $1.6 million package is all yours for only $45,000. Don't wait. Contact our sales team today and take advantage of this incredible offer. Our gift to you. BATV Christmas Mix. Offer valid until December 31, 2018.
Having a corporate event, seminar, awards show, conference, product launch, workshop, or expo? Business Access TV is here to showcase your event. Contact our sales department at 908-0919, 906-6357, or 908-2775 for more information. Business Access TV, serious about business.
Caring Hands Season 3 continues to effect change in a changing environment.
Many of us were raised by grandmothers, right? So, we know the wisdom that these people have.
Going beyond business.
The little leaders of today are our leaders of tomorrow. And with the proper education, we'll have very good leadership coming from that.
That's Season 3 of Caring Hands, creating change and shaping lives, every Sunday at 5:30 p.m. on Business Access TV.
We have grown from 20 million US to now having 800 million US dollars.
Knowledge, skill, and professionalism. Those are my tools and my armor.
It's a big men don't cry, right? It's a big men don't cry, right?
We were being robbed some $531,000.
I've been angry to the point where I feel like I would kill people.
Business current affairs you can relate to. Frank, credible discussion. On Point with Kalila Reynolds and Dennis Chung, dissecting the issues, offering solutions to Jamaica's challenges. On Point, Thursdays at 8 p.m. on Business Access TV.
Cameo brings the creative industries to life. Highlighting creatives in different fields each week. Art.
My life turns art, I breathe, I eat art.
Fashion. Food.
Without a customer, we're nothing but four walls.
Music. Film. Cameo, only on Business Access TV.
All human life is precious. Respect life. No more senseless killings. No more.
Welcome back to highlights from the Bureau of Standards Jamaica's National Quality Awards right here on Business Access TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bureau of Standards Jamaica National Quality Awards ceremony and banquet. This evening promises to be spectacular. To offer the official welcome, we invite Mr. James Rawle, Chairman, BSJ's Standards Council. Please make him welcome.
It is my pleasure to welcome you to this, the 2018 staging of the National Quality Awards ceremony. The National Quality Awards program is Jamaica's first quality-based awards program that seeks to encourage and recognize businesses based in the country that demonstrate the application of quality systems in all aspects of their operations and activities, from strategy formulation and execution, production, if you wish, human resources management, financial management, compliance with regulatory standards, distribution, service delivery, and overall results. The program therefore salutes businesses' excellence while promoting international competitiveness in all sections of the economy, including small and medium-sized enterprises. From its launch in July 2004 by the Bureau of Standards through the Portfolio Ministry, the program has grown considerably and is now held biannually while being a key driver in business improvement among participants. We have seen a significant increase in the number of participating entities, indicative that these entities see the relevance and value of the awards in their operations.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to offer greetings on behalf of the Minister of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries, Mrs. Andreen Collins, Acting Permanent Secretary. Please make her welcome.
On behalf of Minister Shaw, I'm pleased to bring greetings at this 12th National Quality Awards ceremony and banquet on behalf of the Ministry of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries, the parent ministry of the Bureau of Standards Jamaica. I must commend the Bureau on the tremendous work that you have been doing and continue to do in promoting and encouraging standardization in relation to commodities, processes, and practices. This work has seen your role expand over the years to include conformity through certification, inspection and testing, calibration, as well as metrology. This expansion of your role is further indicative of the aptitude of the agency to keep pace with the demands of the markets it serves. I'm also heartened to learn that farming was added as a category to companies operating in this most vital sector to be recognized under the NQA. Ladies and gentlemen, our National Quality Awards program, as some of you may know, is Jamaica's first quality systems-based awards, which seeks to recognize and reward local companies that demonstrate the application of standards and quality systems in both the production of goods and the delivery of service. The NQA therefore seeks to encourage business excellence as well as to highlight and promote the competitiveness of Jamaican products and services. This is of particular importance as the landscape of our industries are constantly changing, adopting new trends, technology, and ways of doing business. Our standards and quality assessment and regulation must also evolve to ensure competitiveness.
So please, we're moving right along. Welcome to present an update on the NQA mentorship program about the 2012 winner, Mrs. Julia Bonner-Dewey, Director, Standards Division.
The NQA Business Mentorship Program is one of those tools that we have developed to help introduce and provide a vehicle for building the technical competence and strengthening the quality systems in the MSME sector. Each winner each year in the SME category is eligible for participation in the mentorship program. In accordance with the objectives of the National Quality Awards program and recognizing and rewarding Jamaican companies that demonstrate excellence in the production of goods and the delivery of services, the mentorship program seeks to foster a relationship between a mentor and a mentee. It also encourages selected mentors to provide marketing and other technical assistance to their protégés, the mentee. It enhances the capabilities of the protégés in order to be more competitive and meet the requirements of customers. It also provides an opportunity to the protégé to benchmark successful processes and procedures for continual improvement. The mentorship program is by far one of the best programs under the National Quality Award to assist MSMEs contribute to economic activity. In 2012, Caribbean Hatchery Limited won the overall award for excellence in the MSME category and hence was awarded the mentorship program. I hear some clapping. There they are. Past winners of the National Quality Award were asked to indicate their willingness to be mentors to a winning MSME. Based on these responses, the profiles of the prospective mentors were provided to the protégé to determine the mentor that would adequately address their needs. The company, Caribbean Hatchery, was eventually paired with Dairy Industries Limited and received technical assistance for a purpose of improving their processes. Whereas there's no limit to this collaboration, it is not expected to exceed 12 months. In this case, the mentorship process took 8 months, from May 2002 to December 2000, May 2nd, 2013 to December 2013. However, the actual implementation of the lessons learned occurred for the next few months and years. Hence, we are here in 2018.
You're watching highlights from the Bureau of Standards Jamaica National Quality Awards right here on Business Access TV. We'll be right back after these messages. Business current affairs you can relate to. Frank, credible discussion. On Point with Kalila Reynolds and Dennis Chung. Dissecting the issues, offering solutions to Jamaica's challenges. On Point, Thursdays at 8 p.m. on Business Access TV.
We're taking you beyond our shores, across the region and around the world. Every week, BATV gives you in-depth reporting on the major stories that gripped headlines in the Caribbean and on the international scene. Join us Sundays for This Week Abroad. Business Access TV, serious about business at home and abroad.
Weekend Business Report. Economic windfall.
Unsecured loans.
Alleged corruption.
Follows the closure. If they made this investment.
Brokers
strive to increase revenues.
He sought some answers.
Financial meltdown.
Here are the week's final. Here's Garth. News Roundup.
Camille, it's back to you.
That's Weekend Business Report with me, Keneal Gale. Saturdays and Sundays.
grown from 20 million US to now having 800 million US dollars.
Knowledge, skill, and professionalism. Those are my tools and my armor.
It's a big men don't cry, right? It's a big men don't cry, right?
We were being robbed some $531,000.
I've been angry to the point where I feel like I would kill people.
Have you seen it? It's BATV Live. Live streams of business news weekdays at 7:30 p.m. Stay on point Thursdays at 8 p.m. with our Business Current Affairs show and Weekend Business Report Saturdays at 7:30 p.m. wherever you are. Log on to our Facebook page at Business Access TV or visit our website at batvja.com. Live and at your fingertips. Business Access TV. Serious about business.
The business community has suffered tremendously due to extortion. Some have not just lost their businesses, their jobs, but lost their lives. This is extremely impactful to the growth of our country and to the progress of our people. We are our brother's keeper. Let's put a stop to this. No more use of force. No more use of fear. No more extortion. No more.
Welcome back to Business Access TV's coverage of the Bureau of Standards Jamaica National Quality Awards at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage our distinguished keynote speaker and firecracker, Kelly Tomlin. Welcome.
I am so honored to be back here in Jamaica and be with you as we talk about something that's really near and dear to my heart, economic prosperity, but in the form of the fourth industrial revolution. So isn't that exciting? The fourth industrial revolution? And isn't it more exciting that we're going to talk today how these concepts work together to bring that forward and help us here in Jamaica capitalize on that and make sure it doesn't pass us by. And that's the concept of blending together three different ideas of standards, quality, and sustainable innovation. I always start every speech and maybe every meeting, if you work with me, and say, why are we here? Why are we all gathered together, taking up space together? And why do we even care about this topic? And I've alluded to it, but it is a road to economic prosperity. And I have about 5 ways that I think that quality, maintaining standards, and then leading that into innovation really leads to economic development and ultimate prosperity. It builds competence and confidence. If we apply a standard, first in class, it builds confidence and competence, not just in me, but you for me. It's inside, but it's something that we give to each other. It's almost a trust-building exercise. And you're going to hear me use a lot of double entendres today because I think everything is personal. Everything is individual. We heard tonight that Terry said, the Prime Minister had said, companies make great people. I would offer, too, that great people make great companies and they make great countries. So you'll hear me make this personal more times than not. So it expands. When we know what we can count on Jamaica, it expands our brand, the very good brand that it already is. And we build a different level of understanding and insight about Jamaica when we're able to, again, adhere to first-in-class standards, to be able to say, I commit to quality, and be able to propel that into something we call innovation. I was really proud, and I said it earlier, that here in Jamaica, in my former job, which I loved, definitely the meters we used that the BSJ did, even though I heard some of you complain that they weren't working right, they did have to test every meter that came to your house, and you should be happy about that. But also, because when you think about what we have to do as a utility, I'm proud that we have the same mesh system, the same Silver Springs, the same high tech that I have now in Chicago, that they have in Florida. The largest utilities, Exelon, BG&E, they use what we're using in Jamaica, and I am proud of that, and you should be too. At the end of the day, when we require more of people to say, that won't do, meeting less than standard won't do, we build human capital. And is there anything more exciting than that? Because it builds the model of who we say we are. I believe that everything's mindset, and it's who we say we are. Do we say we're people that deliver excellence, that compete with the world in any standard? Do we say that? I will tell you a story, and I think a lot of you may know it. My dad was a coal miner. He didn't graduate from high school. My parents were very worried because of a lot of poverty where I came from, and they wanted me to make straight A's. That's all they knew. They never knew a person went to college, but they thought I should go, maybe, so I could get a job. But what they did say to me every day, you got to make straight A's. You got to make straight A's. And I will tell you the truth, I wasn't that much interested in it. A girl back in the day wasn't really looked upon as going to be the career or the bread earner in the family. But once I started making straight A's, I couldn't make anything else but straight A's. So it's the same thing. When you get that taste of quality, you get a taste of ISO, you get a taste of whatever standard is, nothing less will do. When you're quality and you're excellence and you get it in your blood, nothing else will do. And I think that's what the BSJ is propelling us to do. Don't settle for less, and I hope you've heard me say that beyond this. Clap it up, big it up. Don't ever settle for less, settle for more.
Now, the National Quality Awards Examiners Board is an impartiality committee charged with the responsibility of ensuring that the grading process is fair and above reproach. We welcome Senator Matthew Samuda, BSJ's Standards Council member and chairman of the Examiners Board, who will present us with the 2017 to 2018 National Quality Awards Examiners Board report. Senator.
The National Quality Awards program is Jamaica's first quality systems-based awards program. It recognizes local companies that demonstrate the application of standards and the implementation of quality systems in both the production of goods and the delivery of service. The NQA program has 3 stages: application, assessment, and the ceremony itself. This year, 50 companies were assessed using the stipulated criteria in the areas of organizational focus, human resource focus, process management, customer focus, and actual business results. Participants in the NQA program were assessed by a team of 44 persons. The assessment phase spanned a 3-month period. To maintain confidentiality and transparency, the audit reports were coded prior to grading. Grades were assigned based on the accuracy of information. The grading of each audit report was done by 2 graders and a reviewer. The scores were subsequently placed in a database, and the final scores were calculated electronically. The Board of Examiners has the tremendous responsibility to ensure the impartiality of the selection process. The board is a 6-member committee comprising 3 members appointed by the BSJ Standards Council and 3 members external to the Bureau. The Examiners Board received a grading matrix representing the companies participating in the program, their respective scores. The information in this matrix was coded to preserve objectivity and impartiality of the process while ensuring adherence to the procedures. The board is required to evaluate the assessors' reports to verify the integrity of the process used to determine the winners of the National Quality Awards. The company receiving the highest score based on the weighted averages would be the winners announced tonight for each category.
Ready for cable for as little as $100? Ready for no monthly cable bill? Ready for 10 TV channels absolutely free? Then pick up our Ready TV box at authorized stores for $4,500. Hook it up to your TV set, then top it up with Ready Credit for 1, 7, or 30 days. Buy now and get $1,000 free Ready Credit and start watching your favorite shows. Pick it up, hook it up, top it up. Ready TV. Prepaid cable TV when you're ready. Now serving Kingston and St. Catherine. Limited time offer while stocks last. Conditions apply.
Cameo brings the creative industries to life. Highlighting creatives in different fields each week. Art.
My life turns art. I breathe, I eat art.
Fashion. Food.
Without a customer, we're nothing but four walls.
Music. Film. Cameo, only on Business Access TV. The Good Life, your trusted source for useful health and wellness information, lifestyle tips for the mind, body, and soul. Tune in Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m. on Business Access TV.
There's only one recommendation for funding that is ever going to come from me, and that is funding from a bank.
This is the cost to build, and it includes every nail and screw for the building.
Our motto is building communities, building a nation.
Get in the know with the world of real estate with Business Access TV's Home Sweet Home, Sundays at 4:30 p.m.
Go for God Family Church.
Today's message is for those of you who thought that Jesus was finished.
Inspiring messages.
I'm here to tell you today that you are excellent. God is excellent.
Empowerment from biblical motivation.
To be glorified means to endow with authority. A woman is a powerful, creative being.
Join Pastor Christopher Morgan and the Go for God team as we go for God.
Caring Hands Season 3 continues to effect change in a changing environment.
Many of us were raised by grandmothers, right? So, I mean, we know the wisdom that these people have.
Going beyond business.
The little leaders of today are our leaders of tomorrow. And with the proper education, we'll have very good leadership coming from that.
That's Season 3 of Caring Hands, creating change and shaping lives, every Sunday at 5:30 p.m. on Business Access TV.
Our women are the backbone of our society. They deserve to be protected and respected. Domestic violence is not okay. Speak up and speak out. No more violence against women.
Welcome back to Business Access TV as we bring you highlights from the Bureau of Standards Jamaica's National Quality Awards 2018.
So we have now come to the presentation of the National Quality Awards for 2017 to 2018, which are categorized into sectional awards and major awards. The sectional awards will be presented in 5 categories: organizational focus, customer focus, human resource focus, process management, and business results. 4 major awards will be presented to the manufacturing service, small and medium-sized enterprises, and agriculture sectors. We begin with the awards for organizational focus, which are sponsored by the Private Sector Organization of Jamaica. The winner of the Sectional Award for Organizational Focus in the Manufacturing Sector is Grace Food Processors, Canning Division. We invite Mrs. Lisa Marie Lesson to accept this award on behalf of Grace Food Processors, Canning Division. Congratulations to Grace Food. Moving right along, the winner of the Sectional Award for Organizational Focus in the Service Sector is National Health Fund. We invite Mr. Everton Anderson, CEO, to accept this award on behalf of the National Health Fund. Guys, give him another round of applause, please. Don't forget to smile. The winner of the Sectional Award for Human Resource Focus in the Manufacturing Sector is Dairy Industries Jamaica Limited. We invite Mr. Andrew Ho to accept this award on behalf of Dairy Industries Jamaica Limited. I believe they just celebrated Cheese Month. And they had like a cheesy rising star. They had like 3 judges and I was host. It was awesome. Congratulations. The winner of the Sectional Award for Human Resources Focus in the Service Sector is Sandals Royal Caribbean Resort and Private Island. Mr. Gerald Price to accept this award on behalf of Sandals Royal Caribbean Resort and Private Island. Congratulations. The winner of the Sectional Award for Customer Focus in Manufacturing Sector is Dairy Industries Jamaica Limited. We invite Mr. Andrew Ho to accept this award on behalf of Dairy Industries Jamaica Limited. Moving right along, the winner of the Sectional Award for Customer Focus in the Service Sector is Nestle Jamaica Limited. We invite Mrs. Antoinette Johnson here to accept this award on behalf of Nestle Jamaica Limited. Congratulations. Our process management and business results. The winner of the Sectional Award for Process Management in the Manufacturing Sector is Grace Food Processors, Canning Division. We invite Mrs. Lisa Marie Lesson. We invite Mr. Gerald Price to accept this award on behalf of Sandals Royal Caribbean Resort and Private Island. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Sectional Award for Business Results in the Manufacturing Sector is JP Tropical Foods Limited. We invite Ms. Cody Tyndale and Mr. Alfred Mirage to jointly accept this award on behalf of JP Tropical Foods Limited. This is JP Tropical Foods Limited. Congratulations. The winner of the Sectional Award for Business Results in the service sector is Nestle Jamaica Limited. We invite Mrs. Antoinette Johnson here to accept this award on behalf of Nestle Jamaica Limited. The National Quality Awards for Excellence will be presented to the overall winning companies in the manufacturing, service, small and medium-sized enterprises, business sectors, and agriculture. In the manufacturing sector, the nominees for the National Quality Award of Excellence are...
In the category of manufacturing, Grace Food Processors Canning Division, Dairy Industries Jamaica Limited, J. Ray and Nephew Limited.
Always J. Ray and Nephew, you know. That's the spirit right there. And the winner is Dairy Industries Jamaica Limited. Congratulations, Dairy Industries Jamaica. Congratulations.
With us now is the General Manager of Dairy Industries, Mr. Andrew Ho, and they won the National Quality Award tonight for excellence in manufacturing. Mr. Ho, first and foremost, congratulations, and this looks like a very heavy award.
It is very heavy, and thank you very much.
Now, just describe what this means for you, the company, the employees.
It's an honor to be recognized by your peers, and you know, it's just reward for steady work, day in, day out, being committed to quality and food safety and keeping an eye on our customers' needs.
Now, of course, receiving this award, as you pointed out, means that your staff has really been putting in all the hard work. How do you keep them motivated?
I think people react to being challenged when they have a goal and when they are recognized for their hard work. So we actually have some formal ways of recognizing people as they perform well. And just keeping people focused on the vision and giving them challenging work is a way to really keep them motivated.
Final one for you. What's the next step for Dairy Industries? Can you do anything more for Jamaica?
Well, we do have plans to grow our export business. We want to grow. Our shareholders and our customers expect better results. So we're looking outside of our borders to grow our business.
We wish you all the best in that endeavor.
Thank you very much.
Again, Mr. Andrew Ho, he's the General Manager of Dairy Industries, the winner of the National Quality Award for Excellence in Manufacturing.
In the service sector, the nominees for the National Quality Award for Excellence are...
In the category of service, Sagicor Group Jamaica Limited, Sandals Royal Caribbean Resort and Private Island, Nestle Jamaica Limited.
And the winner is Nestle Jamaica Limited. At this time, I'd like to invite Antoinette Johnson, who will accept this award on behalf of Nestle Jamaica Limited. Please give her a round. Oh, the entire Nestle team. Congratulations. Make sure everybody gets in. Say cheese. Well, no, that was for Dairy Industries. No. You guys say Nestle. Congratulations.
So just so you know, Nestle has won the National Quality Award for Excellence in Service. Describe what goes into all the hard work that you do there at Nestle to win this award tonight.
Well, our country manager would always tell you that we can allow our consumers to sleep well at night because our eyes are always open. So quality for us is consumer-centric, it's customer-centric. That's our focus, to ensure that we deliver the best service and quality of products that we can.
And of course, high quality products means good news for your bottom line, right?
Pretty much, yes. yes. But in our economy, we are still able to provide affordable products for consumers.
Having won this award, what's the next step?
The next step is another award. But it's a celebration for the entire company.
And a celebration for Jamaicans too, who love your products, right?
Definitely. I mean, you would have heard our country manager say that we've been here since 1939. A lot of persons probably know our factory in Bogwalk, or used to be our factory, and we actually made Milo here, as well as milk, Betty. It's no longer our brand, but that's where we started from. So we are actually a household name.
In the SME sector, the nominees for the National Quality Award of Excellence are...
In the category SME, Caribbean flavors and fragrances, Digita Global, Quality Systems, Solutions and Initiatives. And the winner is...
Quality Systems, Solutions and Initiatives. We invite the chairman, Mr. James Rawle, to join us on stage to make the presentation. And we invite Mrs. Cheryl Anderson and, of course, her team to accept this award on behalf of Quality Systems, Solutions and Initiatives. Congratulations.
QSSI does great business, clearly. So first and foremost, congratulations. And what does this award mean for your business?
Oh, it's really an endorsement of quality. We have been working very hard to make sure that we are always giving the highest quality to our customers and adding value to any one of our customers that we have. And it's a challenge to always maintain that level of quality and make sure that we invest in our employees and making sure that by investing in them, they are delivering the requisite customer service to our customers.
Now, of course, as an SME, you're hoping to continue your growth and become a large corporation, I'm sure. So what's the next step from here?
Actually, we have a regional footprint and we want to expand much more into the Caribbean. We help companies to get certified to ISO 9001 and international food safety standards. And we have been venturing into the region. And we're in Belize as well as St. Lucia and Grenada as well. And we want to expand those markets much more and even offer more certified training and then get more persons competent in that area in order to get our companies more focused on export and also getting more certified to international standards.
And in the agriculture sector, the nominees for the National Quality Award for Excellence are...
In the category Agriculture, Ransbury Greenhouse, Advanced Farm Technology, Dumsashmar Farm. And the winner is...
Advanced Farm Technologies Jamaica Limited. At this time, we invite Mr. Damoy Matthews and, of course, the team to accept this award on behalf of Advanced Farm Technologies Jamaica Limited. I believe Mr. Matthews said that, 80% of his clientele is international? That's rich. Real rich. I couldn't work there. I'd name out every single papa. Congratulations and thank you, Chairman.
With us now is Damoy Matthews. You won tonight the award for excellence in agriculture. Describe what that means for your company.
Well, this has been a privilege. It's been a great honor for Advanced Farm family and the enlarge of Jamaica and the world, because at the moment now we are self-claimed the world's sweetest papa, and over the years we have contributed a lot to the agricultural sector. Basically, we have not been doing anything marketing locally, but we have marketed our business because our core business is overseas. And for us to actually gather this award, being recognized here in Jamaica for the quality product that we have been supplying the world over the past 27 years, have been a great privilege for us here at Advanced Farm and the entire family and the whole Martha's Best, the brand Martha's Best.
Great. Now, you spoke of your footprint overseas. Are there plans to expand your footprint locally so we can get a little more familiar?
I can tell you guys, over the next 2 months or so, you could hear great news from Jamaica, gathering from Advanced Farm rather, to the whole enlarged Jamaica. expanding our production. Our aim now is to actually having 500 hectares of pawpaw reaping from on a day-to-day basis. So now we're trying to acquire as much of the Eiger lands that I will say that is here in Jamaica, both the cane lands in the Trelawny area. So that is one of the objectives of the company now, to expand in terms of all of what has to do with production. So in business, we're in negotiation with the government and SCJ and acquire new lands to do a production of papaya. Soon, all of Jamaica will know our product, Martha's Best, the world's sweetest pawpaw, and only do the best.
All right, congratulations again. This is Damoy Matthews, and he is the Certification and Compliance Officer with Advanced Farm Technology, the winners of the National Quality Award for Excellence in Agriculture.
Congratulations to our National Quality Awards for Excellence winners, and thank you to all of our presenters.
If there's one thing we would have learned from this evening's occasion, it's that world-class quality abounds right across our productive sector. It was our pleasure right here at Business Access TV to share with you highlights from the Bureau of Standards Jamaica's National Quality Awards. Thanks for watching.
Violence is bad. Violence against our innocent little children is terrible. Pretending not to notice when we know or suspect that a child is suffering is awful and morally wrong. In the words of the great Nelson Mandela, there can be no keener realization of a nation's soul than the way in which it treats its children. Think about that for a second. I have a voice. It's one of my gifts. I intend to use it on behalf of our children. No more violence against our children. Make your move to stop violence against our children right now. No more. No more. No more.
They say it takes a village to raise a child, but the world will one day need the leadership of that child. The time you spend with your child matters. It stimulates their minds and shapes the way they act. Talk with your children. Help them to better understand the world around them and to value what is truly precious. Above all, the most valuable gift you can give them is love. Play, talk, teach, love. Take the time. It makes all the difference. A message from the Parenting Helpline and Ad Council Jamaica.
Hey, what up, you guys? It's your girl, Vivica Fox, and you are watching Business Access.
On this episode of Wealth Magazine Business Access, former president of the Jamaica Manufacturers Association, Brian Pengele, shares his story about the struggles after migrating in the 1970s.
I was hoping we wouldn't talk about this.
Working at Red Stripe.
Red Stripe was so special.
And impacting economic change.
The success that we have had has been second to none. I'm Brian Pengelly, the country manager for Amico Caribbean. Born in St. Thomas, eastern end of Jamaica, in a small town called Port Morant, which is very close to Bowden Harbour. Born to a family that was involved in farming and grew up on the farm from a small family. There's just the two of us. I have a sister, Linda, who now currently lives in Canada, but she became a nurse, so the two of us grew up on the farm together. We're 3 years apart. I'm the elder. Initially, I was homeschooled, so I started 4 or 5 years old. My mother homeschooled me because I was living in the country. And then I went to De Carteret College in Mandeville. Enjoyed that, long way up from St. Thomas. I could always remember those Sunday drives when we had to go back to school, the fear and trepidation and, you know, gosh, I'm back to school, boarding school. From De Carteret, I then went to England and went into junior school in England, in the south of England. My father felt that I should get an education as much as I could abroad. So all my schooling after that was in England. My father at the time said, listen, why don't you come home for a year when I had finished the first degree. Come home and work on the farm, help us out for a while. As things do, I find if you break that university path, you're usually very, very hard to go back. And I never did go back and finish. Not having the final degree in veterinary medicine was really not a hindrance to me in what my career path has been. But what I think is important is that you do something, you get some sort of degree, good schooling. I got the basics of good schooling because I went to a good preschool, I went to a good senior school, and then I did those first 2 years of the diploma. So I had been schooled, and I had started to develop, you know, how you think and when you go to university. So I would encourage anyone, put the work in. If the opportunity is there, stay the course and finish it. I came home, worked for a while, and then started on the immigration route. The immigration piece of it was really tied a little bit to the politics of Jamaica at the time. You know, our political atmosphere in the 60s, early 70s was a lot more anxiety in Jamaicans at that time. So when my father decided, look, he didn't think there was a future for us as farmers in Jamaica, and said to me, you need to go and prepare, almost go and prepare a place for the family. I was young. I was, you know, at the time I was 24, 25. So it just sounded like, okay, let's get on with this. My wife wasn't that happy about it. She had a good life here. We had friends, had family, and we didn't have anything to where we were going. To immigrate and go to this new country, not knowing people, we did know maybe 6 people, was quite a challenge. There was a housing boom in Canada at the time, so we thought that we would build houses. One of my friends was an engineer and had that qualification, and so we went and bought a couple of pieces of land, and we started to build what they call spec housing. In other words, we didn't have a sale for the house. We were just going to make sure that we built it and then put it on the market and try and sell it. We caught the tail end of a boom at that time. So we built one house and it sold before we finished it, and we thought, wow, we're on to a good thing here. We built another 2, sold them. And as we started to grow, and our last endeavor was we bought 5 building lots and started to build 5. And then the market crashed. And we got caught with the last house, which is a fairly large house, because we thought we were big-time players at that time. We actually sold it the day the bank was closing on us and going to take it back. So that was a narrow squeak, but we got out of it. So I looked around and came across a company out of Philadelphia that was in the industrial, chemical, and equipment business. And they were looking to expand into Canada. They were just based in the US. And I called them and said, I'd like to see your product. I've been researching it and I'd like to be a distributor for it. It was interesting because they said, no, we're talking to some big players already in Canada, and you really don't have a business, you want to start a business, and I think you're too small. We're going to do a deal with somebody else. My partner at the time, we decided that wasn't good enough, and we really wanted to do this. So we took the little money we had, we bought an airplane ticket, and we went to Philadelphia. And on a Monday morning, we arrived at this office, walked in, introduced ourselves to the president, who we had been talking on the phone. And he said, what are you guys doing here? And we said, we're here to do the deal. He said, well, there is no deal. I told you I'm talking to bigger companies, and you guys really don't have anything. And it was really interesting because we said to him, we have passion. We have a belief that we can do this, and we want to do it. The reason that we actually were able to walk away and leave with a contract was something that I've carried with me through my life. First of all, we exerted a passion that the other big company didn't have. They just wanted to add more lines to their already existing lines. We had nothing, so we were going to devote everything to it. So with passion came commitment. I had to work, I had to earn money. In those days, in 1975, you could only leave Jamaica with $10,000 because we had huge FX regulations. So to leave and immigrate with a family with $10,000 meant that you had to go and put food on the table immediately. And I did things before I went into construction. When we arrived in Canada, it was interesting. My wife said, well, we're here now, what are you going to do? And I knew that we had the rent to pay, we had to find food, we had the 2 kids, and I did a lot of different things at the time. And one of those was I actually took a job as a garbage guy. I was hoping we wouldn't talk about this. They said big men don't cry, right? I think in life, if I have a message to give, it must be that we must never be afraid to do anything. And in whatever we do, we should be proud. And I've done things in my life which were all about working my way up. Formative things. And it didn't really matter to me what it was, because I was providing. That's why I worked on construction sites, digging holes, building homes that I didn't even know how to do. And then I moved on. I was looking for something else to do, needed the income, rent to pay. And I got a job with a garbage company for a while. And that involved whatever had to be done. Ride the back of the truck, which was kind of fun anyway, and sling garbage. I only did that for a couple of months. But it was important because I was working and I was earning an income and I was putting food on the table. My career in Red Stripe was so special, and I enjoyed every single minute of my time there.
This is Week
weekend business report. Economic windfall.
Unsecured loans.
Alleged corruption.
Follows the closure.
If they made this investment.
Brokers
strive to increase revenues.
These sought some answers.
Financial meltdown.
Here are the week's final numbers. Here's Garth. News Roundup.
Camille, it's back to you.
That's Weekend Business Report with me, Keneal Gale, Saturdays and Sundays.
Caring Hands Season 3 continues to effect change in a changing environment.
Many of us were raised by grandmothers, right? So, I mean, we know the wisdom that these people have.
Going beyond business.
The little leaders of today are our leaders of tomorrow. And with the proper education, we'll have very good leadership coming from that.
That's Season 3 of Caring Hands, creating change and shaping lives every Sunday at 5:30 p.m. on Business Access TV.
As the end of the year draws nigh and the celebrations begin, let us add some magic to the festivities with our BATV Christmas mix. Why settle for blah when you can have fa-la-la-la-la? 60 advertising spots, 10 crawl spots. This $1.6 million package is all yours for only $45,000. Don't wait. Contact our sales team today and take advantage of this incredible offer. Our gift to you. BATV Christmas Mix. Offer valid until December 31, 2018.
Career Moves has always explored interesting careers, highlighting all you may not have known about them. This season is no different.
Coming back to Jamaica, everyone's like, fizzy what? Fizzy who?
When you find a bright boy or girl in the class and people say, what are you going to be? The parents will say, you have to go be a doctor, you have to go be a lawyer. Nobody says you have to go be a politician.
Let me see your hands!
Tune in Tuesdays at 8 p.m. on Business Access TV.
Have you seen it? It's BATV Live. Live streams of business news weekdays at 7:30 p.m. Stay on point Thursdays at 8 p.m. with our Business Current Affairs show and Weekend Business Report Saturdays at 7:30 p.m. wherever you are. Log on to our Facebook page at Business Access TV or visit our website at batvja.com. Live and at your fingertips. Business Access TV. Serious about business.
Sundays at 4:30 p.m. It's all about Home Sweet Home. Get your half-hour dose of the business of real estate, from laws and concepts to reality, building, buying, or renting. Or what about trends in decor or renovations? Home Sweet Home will keep you up to date.
My career in Red Stripe was so special. It's a great company, and the people just tremendous. And I enjoyed every single minute of my time there. We actually refer to it as the University of Diageo, because Red Stripe is owned predominantly 60% by Diageo, which is a tremendous organization. So we call it the University of Diageo because I believe the time that I was in that company, I was actually in university. I learned so much. It's a company that's iconic because it's Denno & Geddes, still traded on the stock market as Denno & Geddes, but doing business as Red Stripe. And the name Denno & Geddes in Jamaica means so very much through its community development and everything it's done for this country. And that's why I considered it an honor to be a part of that organization. When I first came in, I went into distribution. They needed standards. And because I'd actually had experience in Canada in what I was saying was the convenience store, which are like franchises, the first thing I did was to put in franchise standards within our distribution network. So you actually had every day or every month, you knew we were working to make certain key performance indicators, KPIs. And those were easy to do because they were just standards of operation. Same way that McDonald's or Burger King operates today, you have franchise standards. It got me around Jamaica a lot because we had 9 distribution centers on the island and you just went everywhere. And for me, coming home was just a dream job out in the field and moving around the country. And then when I went, the first role in sales was as a vice president in sales. And that then started to give me, that's when I really started to go to university because I was a street salesperson. I could sell, I could talk to anybody and, you know, shoot the gab all day long. But when I went into that role, I then started to go into the University of Diageo, which was all the training they operated. And that for me was tremendous. I had a tremendous bunch of people under me and we were growing. The business had been in tough times. Beer around the world had been declining. Beer in Jamaica was declining. But we assembled a very, very good sales team and all those people today are still my close friends. And we started the journey of turning the business around. And I went over to the supply side of the business for 7 years, ended up running the supply chain, which is complex, especially on an island where everything is imported, basically 90% of your raw materials. And it gave me a real opportunity for process. Salespeople, we shoot from the hip. We just go, we get it done and we move on. Whereas when you work in a supply chain environment or you work on the production side of a business, it's all about planning. It's all about planning when you're going to get the product, how you're going to get the raw materials, when it's going to go on the line, when it's going to be produced. So that gave me an opportunity to slow down and learn process. And process is critical, especially in today's environment, when you have, you know, governance and so on. So I did that for 7 years, got to really understand the network and travel to many, many places that I would never have had the opportunity to travel to. At that time as well, it gave me another great opportunity because we were trying to drive the growth of the export business for Red Stripe. And as it sat within the supply chain, so I was able to go and work in driving Red Stripe sales into, and our product lines like a great product like Dragon that nobody really knew about, into the UK market, into Europe, and Red Stripe into the US market. Then another opportunity came up through another reorganization to come back over to the sales side of the business. And we were going through transformation. We were doing, you know, business with Pepsi and so on. And I said, okay, well, it's time now to come back to really where your heart sits, which is in sales. And I came and that's where I finished my career as a sales director. Again, I like to make the point though, that my success, and I have been successful in my life, but as always, my success has been the people I've had surrounded myself with. I've always had strong teams and built strong teams and had dedicated people. I lead from the front, right up front with my people. I'm the first guy that'll take the shot if it all goes wrong. And I build great relationships, I believe. And I did that internally as well as externally. But my success is not really my success, it's my team's success. In your career path, as you do things, you will always second guess yourself. But it's reflection. And it causes you, if you do it the right way, it causes you to say, okay, fine, I've actually made a choice. Now how am I going to make the best of it? How am I going to make this thing work? So second guessing is good. I think it's absolutely the right thing to do. And yes, I have to second guess myself many times. Did I second guess myself when I decided to take the opportunity to leave Red Stripe? Yes, it's nice to have that paycheck roll in every month. And you know it's coming because you're working for a very solid business. But the time was just right. It was the time for me to do something different. Things will crash and burn, there's no question about that. Pick yourself up and go again. Amico is part of a company, a US company called Fluor, F-L-U-O-R. Very, very large in the construction business, employ nearly 50,000 people worldwide.
May the happiness you seek be forever with you. Merry Christmas.
Ready for cable for as little as $100? Ready for no monthly cable bill? Ready for 10 TV channels absolutely free? Then pick up our Ready TV box at authorized stores for $4,500. Hook it up to your TV set, then top it up with Ready Credit for 1, 7, or 30 days. Buy now and get $1,000 free Ready Credit and start watching your favorite shows. Pick it up, hook it up, top it up. Ready TV. Prepaid cable TV when you're ready. Now serving Kingston and St. Catherine. Limited time offer while stocks last. Conditions apply.
Cameo brings the creative industries to life. Delighting creatives in different fields each week. Art.
My life turns art. I breathe, I eat art.
Fashion. Food.
Without a customer, we're nothing but four walls.
Music. Film. Cameo, only on Business Access TV.
Caring Hands Season 3 continues to effect change in a changing environment.
Many of us were raised by grandmothers, right? So, I mean, we know the wisdom that these people have.
Going beyond business.
The little leaders of today are our leaders of tomorrow. And with the proper education, we'll have very good leadership coming from that.
That's Season 3 of Caring Hands, creating change and shaping lives, every Sunday at 5:30 p.m. on Business Access TV.
We are serious about the business of real estate, so catch Home Sweet Home Sundays at 4:30 p.m. or if you missed it, check our website at batvja.com. Having a corporate event, seminar, awards show, conference, product launch, workshop, or expo? Business Access TV is here to showcase your event. Contact our sales department at 908-0919, 906-6357, or 908-2775 for more information. Business Access TV, serious about business.
As the end of the year draws nigh and the celebrations begin, let us add some magic to the festivities with our BATV Christmas Mix. Why settle for blah when you can have fa-la-la-la-la? 60 advertising spots, 10 fraud spots. This $1.6 million package is all yours for only $45,000. Don't wait. Contact our sales team today and take advantage of this incredible offer. Our gift to you. BATV Christmas Mix. Offer valid until December 31, 2018.
Amico is part of a company, a US company called Fluor, F-L-U-O-R. Very, very large in the construction business, employ nearly 50,000 people worldwide. So they're in construction, heavy construction. They actually built the US Embassy here in Jamaica, and Amico is their equipment arm. What Amico does is it goes to a company and it takes over completely all the management of their equipment, their cars, their forklifts, their trucks, everything, and for one monthly fee. So we put out the capital, so a company doesn't have to find the capital, we put the capital out. They don't have to have the resources, they don't have to run maintenance shops, we run the maintenance shops. So it's really a total solution orientated company. It's very hard as an expat to really integrate into the Jamaican fabric, to have the relationships and to know how to open the doors to be able to drive a business like that. And so I think one of the things that I brought to them and the strength I brought was my strength of relationships, the people I know, and thank goodness the JMA has helped me do that. I understand the fabric of Jamaica. When I came to Amico, the first thing that I wanted to know was, what do our customers, present customers, think about us? How do they feel? Are we living up to the mandate of their expectations? And although we do a good job, I wouldn't say we're a 10 out of a 10. It always takes two to tango. So there's some issues from a customer perspective. There are also issues from a corporate Amico perspective. Join the JMA Actually, through Red Stripe, I served as the deputy president for 4 years, deputy to Omar Azan, and then decided that I would run, obviously. GMA is a pretty structured organization. The deputy almost is going, unless you really don't want it, to the presidency. But went for the presidency. It has been probably one of the most critical periods in the association's life, as well as in Jamaica, because as you would know, we have been through huge change in the way Jamaica operates. The new omnibus legislation that we've had to go through, all of this coming from the IMF, but changes to how we operate, changes to laws, the incentives that we've had to fight for, how do you make sure that manufacturing grows in Jamaica, etc. So a lot of legislation we've had to negotiate and sit with the government people around the table and really hash it out. The success that we have had where the private sector and the government have collaborated has been second to none. And therefore, the lesson that must be learned from that and the way we must continue to work is when we see an issue that we get the parties around the table and we look at the options that we have and we look at the outcome that we want for Jamaica. It can't just be a win for the private sector. It can't just be a win for the government, because that's not going to work. But if we can come up with formulas and plans that will make sure that A, the government has the revenue, and B, we can grow the economy through that revenue, or without killing the revenue stream, then we're doing things for Jamaica. Being who you are is critically important. You need to be able to look in that mirror and like what you see. Trust. Respect for people, no matter who they are, no matter what they do. You have to respect each other. We have to have discipline. You have to be disciplined enough to set a goal and stay after it. Vision is important, but the goal that takes you, or the goals that take you to that vision, because they're the steps, are very critical. So stay to it. Be prepared to be flexible, because things are going to change. And a lot of things will change that you don't have control over. But when the change occurs, you can't just fold your tent and go home. I've seen some awfully wealthy people that are very unhappy. So wealth, if wealth is money, that doesn't guarantee happiness. But wealth can be many other things. Wealth can be in your friends. Wealth can be in the quality of your life. Wealth to me is the people I surround myself with, my family. I think wealth is really important to me as to who I am, what I stand for. Those are the components of wealth. It's not just about the money. No way.
They say it takes a village to raise a child, but the world will one day need the leadership of that child. The time you spend with your child matters. It stimulates their minds and shapes the way they act. Talk with your children. Help them to better understand the world around them and to value what is truly precious. Above all, the most valuable gift you can give them is love. Play, talk, teach, love. Take the time. It makes all the difference. A message from the Parenting Helpline and Ad Council Jamaica.
I'm Don Webbick, Group CEO of Grace Kennedy. You are watching Business Access, serious about business. watching Business Access TV.
Business Access.
Business Access.
Business Access.
Business Access.
You are watching Business Access TV.
Business Access TV. Serious
about business.
Serious about business.
Business Access TV is going off-road for the True Juice Cross Country 5K. Now, this one-of-a-kind event takes place on the beautiful Tradewind Citrus Farm here in Bog Walk, St. Catherine, and is expected to be a day filled with fun and excitement. I'm Jamila Maitland. Stay with us for the highlights.
Well, last year we had about 1850, so we're trying to go up by about 20%. We've gone up by about 45%. We had over 2,600 participants today, so I'm very, very proud of the team, the marketing team, and what they've done to get out the crowd. And the beneficiary is going to be the Linstead Hospital. We're very, very pleased with the turnout. Apart from the bigger numbers, it's a similar course. It's a cross-country course through the orchards, a 5K run followed by a walk, and then we have a 20K cycle ride, which is also through the orchards, which I did and enjoyed myself tremendously. It's the only cross-country event, so you're going through the lovely, cool orchards of True Juice in Fog Walk, not Bog Walk. It was nice and foggy this morning. And it's just one of a kind, so rather than running through the streets of Kingston, we're running everybody through the hills and valleys of the True Juice orchards. I'm overwhelmed. I'm very thankful for the huge turnout. I'm really hoping everybody enjoys themselves. It's hard to cater for 2,600 people, but we tried our best to make sure our parking was in order, that we had refreshments for everybody. Our sponsors have come out and are helping to feed everybody. Purity, Nature's Valley, Excelsior, and Wisynco with their line of products, water, Powerade. They've come out and helped to complement what True Juice has to offer. So True Juice is the main sponsor as a host, but we've gotten a lot of support from other sponsors to make this possible. This is our 6th year, and it keeps growing every year, but every year we go up by 10 or 15%, but this year it was a quantum leap, 40-odd% increase, and we're overwhelmed and appreciative of the support. We've been doing it for a while now, and I think it's important for companies to reach out to their immediate community. So Bog Walk Linstead doesn't have a lot of large corporations, so we're one of the largest in the area. So I think it's very important for us to do events in our community and benefit our community. So that's why we chose the Linstead Hospital, because that is the main hospital, not just for the area, but for people driving through. So if you're driving from Kingston to Ocho Rios and unfortunately have an accident or you get sick along the way, the Linstead Hospital is your first port of call, and it's been improved, and we don't want to see at Linstead Hospital, but if you get there, you'll be well taken care of because it's under great improvement. Don't miss it next year, and it's still not too late to donate. So we'll take donations for the Linstead Hospital, but don't miss it next year. It's a great, also corporate event. Bring out team members from your company. Spend the day. Yes, we have offerings here, but if you come and have a picnic out here after, swim in the river, it's a great team building, bonding place, and everyone is welcome.
This is my first time, and I think the run was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't hot. The day was very overcast, and I mean, going over the hills and the valleys was great. I think it was well put together. Some persons had difficulties because the terrain was a little bit wet, but overall it was cool and a very good run.
So the race today was enjoyable, but challenging. Enjoyable because of just the picturesque of the course. The Orange Grove, the mist this morning was very, very cool, but challenging because there are many hills and valleys and slippery slopes. So, but beyond that, it's a great event. The turnout is phenomenal. A lot of people here, more than last year. I ran last year also. I suspect the corporate challenge that Jamaica Moves has been sponsoring has brought a lot of corporate employees. So I would say this is like almost twice what we saw last year, which is very positive. From a health perspective, it's good. As you know, we promote physical activity as part of our health and wellness activities. So to see people out walking, riding, running is just a positive message for all. Because you want healthy lives, families, memories, more moments, more life, which is what we say in Jamaica Moves. It's good from a productivity perspective, people more productive at work because they're less downtime from sickness. It generates economic activity, as you can see, many people here. The race is for a worthy cause, Linstead Hospital. So I am yet to identify one negative with the event. We have to get people to understand that their health is primarily their responsibility. And you must take your health in your own hands, and you must do what is necessary. It's all well and good to talk about hospitals, but you really don't want to get to the hospital. And this is one of the things that will help to prevent that.
This is our fourth year benefiting from the proceeds from the True Juice 5K. And I can tell you, this year's proceeds will go towards purchasing at least one warmer for our infants. This is very important, you know, because a warmer help an infant that has just been born. This preserve life. And we have to transfer babies from time to time to Spanish Town Hospital. And some babies born in such a condition that they need a warmer, and this warmer will help to preserve life. You need new equipment and you need to replace those that have gone bad. We need areas to be refurbished. Right now, Linstead Hospital is on a developmental phase, and there are so many areas that we'd want to develop, but we need the funding. And it's good when we have corporate Jamaica coming together with us to assist us in getting some of these needs filled. The proceeds last year was in aid of purchasing an hydrocollator, and that was for our new physiotherapy department that opened this year. And also it assisted us in purchasing a dressing chair, and this dressing chair helped us in assisting patients better in caring for their wounds. I can tell you, the Tradewin family is now the Linstead family. And I crave corporate Jamaica to come in, especially corporate Linstead. This area, we have quite a number of industries, organizations, and so forth. So I would love them to look at what Tradewin is doing and participate. Come in. You don't have to be as big as what they are doing. If you can go bigger, no problem. But as small as what you can, come in and assist Linstead, because at some time, it's either your staff or your family will have to use Linstead Hospital.
Third place, Shanice Gordon, UCT Steppers, 25.33. So that's Shanice Gordon, UCT Steppers, 25.33. Second is Elizabeth Munden. And the winner for the run, 5K run, True Juice Cross Country, Laurie Sharp, Tradewin Citrus. And the winner for the 5K run, Garfield Gordon, UCT Steppers. Kenesia McDonald, NCU. And the winner for the True Juice Cross Country 5K walk is Anna K. Swaby, Shizzle Fit. Now we go to the men. Ashia Morgan, Shizzle Fit third, 32.26. Make your way on stage. Then second is Gladstone Johnson, NCU. And the winner is Dowell Allen, NCU 91 FM. Please make your way to the stage. For the teams, the third place trophy goes to Rainforest Seafoods, Tradewin Citrus, and the winning team is UCT Steppers. So So Sophia Manning, you are second in the female cycle race. And the winner now is Elizabeth Monda. Receiving her trophy, she will also receive a gift basket courtesy of True Juice. Let us go to the men. Third place for the men, David Osborne. And second place is Fraser McConnell. And the winner for the 20K cycle, Bobby Barnes. So we're down to the final set of presentations for those who participated, the female who participated in the run and the cycle, and the male who participated in the run and the cycle. For the female, Elizabeth Mondon. So for the men, Carlisle Russell, Rainforest Seafoods.
Ready for cable for as little as $100? Ready for no monthly cable bill? Ready for 10 TV channels absolutely free? Then pick up our Ready TV box at authorized stores for $4,500. Hook it up to your TV set, then top it up with Ready Credit for 1, 7, or 30 days. Buy now and get $1,000 free Ready Credit and start watching your favorite shows. Pick it up, hook it up, top it up. Ready TV. Prepaid cable TV when you're ready. Now serving Kingston and St. Catherine. Limited time offer while stocks last. Conditions apply.
Cameo brings the creative industries to life. Highlighting creatives in different fields each week. Art.
My life turns art. I breathe, I eat art.
Fashion. Food.
Without a customer, we're nothing but four walls.
Music. Film. Cameo, only on Business Access TV.
So it was definitely a good feeling to win this True Juice 5K run walk, and I'm happy that my contribution will help the Linstead Hospital, so I'm very happy with that. And I would definitely encourage persons to compete in this race, because not only do the proceeds go to a worthy cause, but it also allows you to stay fit and be a part of a nice running community, and you definitely have fun.
I feel very proud of myself that all my hard work and my working out has paid off, so it feels very good. How I feel about the proceeds, it's one of my main reasons why I enter the walks. I think it's going to a worthy cause, so I don't mind doing it, I don't mind participating in it for a worthy cause. I would tell persons who want to participate in an event like this, any 5K walk or any event, it's going to a worthy cause, it's worth a try. Go, do your best, because your only limit is you.
It was a great feeling, you know. The race was very challenging, but I did my best. Going into a race, I always want to come first, so I give my 110%. So whatever the end result is, I'm happy with it. It's for a worthy cause, we're all for it, and we'll always come out and support True Juice. So.
It's an excellent feeling to become the winner again, because I won it last year, but I think I have a better time this year. My aim going into the race was just to pace myself, really, because I know I don't have much competition, just to keep the splits equally. It's an excellent feeling, you know, knowing that I'm able to help somebody.
It's a good moment now, good feelings, you know, sir. I never know that I could place in a second. 2 years ago I come third, and I come second this year. My aim is to really try finish the top in the Jamaica Move Challenge. You know, all of these charity movements, I take part in them, just run for a passion. So it's a good look, good move. I love what everybody is doing, the True Juice body, the Jamaica Move, every one of them, the sponsors them, just support all of these charity movements and elevate these hospitals around Jamaica.
It's very important because it puts us out there. Yes, you know the Jamaica Biscuit Company because we have been around for 107 years. But being that we have new products coming out, it's very important for us to let people know that we are still here. They are actually very happy that we are here because they have been hearing about our new product, which is YOLO, but they haven't been able to sample it. So now that we are here and we are giving them samples, we're actually getting good feedback from them because they gravitated well to our products. Also, we have a new sweet tea. It's not actually new, but the packaging is new. We have brought it down to bite size, so it's easy for us to travel, wait, and so on. Persons are really gravitating to it because it can be put in your lunch kit, can be put in your handbag as a snack, and it's easy to carry. It's important that we came on board since these proceeds are going to be funded to the hospital, because anywhere that we can help out, especially with health, it's very important to give back. I would tell other corporate sponsors to get on board with this for next year because it's actually a good idea for you to be a part of this type of audience.
Vegetables, make sure you eat. Children, do 60 minutes activity daily. Drink some water when you feel thirsty. Cut down dessert and have a smoothie. Jamaicans, love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Just eat right. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right.
As all of us in Jamaica move to a healthier society, we want to encourage our team members at Wisynco and the public and here at Tradewinds to come out and, you know, move around, walk, run, or cycle. And this course at Tradewinds is one of the most pristine courses, I think, in the whole entire Jamaica Moves Challenge. When I see the crowd here, and you know, I've been to a couple of the other challenges, and when you look down, when the fog rises and you see the crowd gathered together in their yellow shirts, green shirts, orange and red shirts, you automatically get goosebumps. There's no question about it because you realize that, you know, we are all a people. And that's what Jamaicans always do. We come together. This course is very different from many other riding courses because it's not just asphalt. In fact, there's no asphalt that you ride on. You ride on grass, you ride on sand and marl roads, in and out of the orchards. You have to be, I'm not that experienced riding on courses like this because I'm not used to the asphalt, but I know like the Tradewinds crew, they're very used to the marl, the cutting corner. You have young Fraser McConnell, who I understand came second. He drinks a lot of Ionade, so that's probably why he came second. But these guys that are out here, they're used to the fast course down the hills, where I'm a little bit more tentative. But great, fantastic event and course. I think for the proceeds from this, to go towards a good cause like the Linstead Hospital, it's really, you know, a gift for all of us to be able to come together as Jamaicans. And this is what I love about our country, Jamaica. Whenever there's a need or a cause, we all rally together to overcome that challenge. And the proceeds from this event, I hope that, you know, the next little child that gets saved, all of us can hear about it and know that we were a part of it, because this is what our calling in life is. It's to help others and help our nation together.
I want all of you. Give me every yes. For all we know, we might not get tomorrow. Let's do it.
We hosted the walk, 5K walk, 5K run, and a 20K cyclist. It's been challenging for some, that's what I heard. Some it is easy because this is actually our 6th staging, and we tend to see a lot of repeating patrons and participants. Our marketing team that consists of our head of marketing, Marshall Lumley, brand manager, Lauren Mahfood, and marketing coordinator, Kerisha Ferguson. Also on myself, we work tremendously. Last night we were here until this morning we were here until after 1. So just to pull off something of this magnitude. We actually go above our target. Last year we had close to 2,000 across the finish line. This year we exceeded that. We had 2,500. And also the riders has been growing tremendously, 50% more. I want to highlight the sponsors who came on board to support us, because without them, you know, the event wouldn't have been this successful. We believe in love and we believe in giving back. And for corporate Jamaica to come and put together and make our medical facility more conducive, it means a lot to our consumers, and the consumer will really appreciate it.
For
today's event, there was a lot of planning put forward to it. Like, we knew from years ago that we were doing this. We've been doing it. This is the 6th year, so it's really exciting. And for me, I am grateful and thankful for all the support we've gotten. I only started working at Tradewinds in October 2017, so this is my first 5K as like leading it, but I participated in a few others previous to this. So I mean, I'm truly thankful. I just want to say big up Jamaica, big up everybody that supported, because without you this would not be possible, and I am truly grateful. This terrain is beyond unique because most of 5Ks in Jamaica are on the road. This one is actually through the True Juice Orchard, so you're going past orange trees, coconut trees. It's just a different vibe. You see the river flowing, the fog rising. It's so beautiful, so refreshing, and I'm so thankful to be a part of this event. True Juice always believes in giving back to Jamaica, giving back to its society, and here in Bog Walk we've been giving our proceeds to Linstead Hospital since 2015, and this year we're doing it again. And the area deemed most critical by the Linstead Hospital team was infant warmers for their maternity ward. So we're trying to get them at least 2. One infant warmer is 600,000, so if we could get them 2, that would be truly amazing. I just want to encourage corporate Jamaica. Like, we need to develop Jamaica. We need to encourage people to support what we have, because we're truly a special nation, and I believe that everybody should come out, donate what they have. If they weren't able to participate today, I want them to donate to our account that we've done for the very first time this year. So they can follow True Juice to get the account number on Instagram, and just donate if you weren't able to run, walk or cycle. We are grateful for anything. You missed a event, a true 100 event, but we encourage you to come out next year. We'll be hosting it again. So just keep updated, keep updated with what we are posting, and come out.
We're taking you beyond our shores, across the region and around the world. Every week, BATV gives you in-depth reporting on the major stories that gripped headlines in the Caribbean and on the international scene. Join us Sundays for This Week Abroad. Business Access TV, serious about business at home and abroad.
Having a corporate event, seminar, awards show, conference, products launch, workshop or expo? Business Access TV is here to showcase your event. Contact our sales department at 908-0919, 906-6357, or 908-2775 for more information. Business Access TV, serious about business.
We have grown from 20 million US to now having 800 million US dollars.
Knowledge, skill, and professionalism. Those are my tools and my armor.
It's a big men don't cry, right? It's a big men don't cry, right?
We were being robbed some $531,000.
I've been angry to the point where I feel like I would kill people.
It's a lot of planning, but I think what's good is that we have a good team working with. It's not a lot of us, but we leverage our media partners, we leverage our agencies, and everybody come together to help us to make sure that everything is in place and ready for True Juice 5K on Sunday morning. I think that what's been exceptionally this year is that we have had a lot of media sponsors, and the media has really come on board and worked with us to put the word out, drive awareness, and really tell people that True Juice 5K is one of a kind. There is no other like it. Just the experience that True Juice 5K deliver, nobody else can, and it's a one of its kind. So us being able to actually tell people about that this year in a much bigger way, I think that helped us to be successful. And I think it's at this point that we really say too, thanks to all our partners. We have water, we Cinco, we have Powerade, we have Nature Valley, Excelsior, Purity, and you know, Jamaica Biscuit Company, we said that already, but Rainforest Seafood give us some of the food for VIP and elsewhere as well. Jamaica Boilers gave us some meat as well, and we couldn't do it unless we had people who are supportive and want to connect with the patrons or the participants to help us make it successful. Last year we had a little under 2,000 participating, so in my mind I felt like if we had anything over 2,000 we'd be great. If we had anything over 2,500 that would be exceptional, and we have passed 2,500. So we're really pleased, we're blessed. We appreciate the fact that people really took the time out this morning to come and run, walk and cycle with us and help us make this successful, so that we should be able to give Linstead Hospital much more than we did last year. What makes it unique and different, it's not a city run. It's not on the roadway, and the city runs are great, and the runs on the roadway are great, and that's why we wanted to do something different. We could have gone to Kingston and run, and we could have run on the road in Bog Walk as well, but we thought we have this beautiful property. It's a couple thousand acres, so we have room to do 5K within the orchards, and we thought what a great experience that would be, and it has been for 6 years now. So we have a route for the cyclists, and we have a route for the run walk, because we have the space to do it. The terrain is different. It's actually through passing the orange trees, and we have a few coconut trees too, so you pass those as well. And it's just simply orchard, grass, and what was really awesome this year, I think, the sun wasn't out at all for the run walk. It was not out, it was simply fog, so it was beautiful. You weren't worrying about the sun heat at all. So we can offer that as well. In Kingston, you will have the sun heat. There is no fog. So that's also different, but it was really an awesome experience, and I'm proud to say I did it, so I'm talking from experience. It's very important for True Juice to have an event like this. As a company, as a brand, True Juice, we promote a healthy lifestyle. We promote choices. We do. And so we have our no sugar added 100% juice category. And of course we do vegetable juices like our green juice and our beetroot juice. And just in making sure that we provide healthy choices, it's also about healthy living. And I feel like healthcare is our right. Healthcare is your right. You should have access to good healthcare. And so it's important for us to partner and be able to contribute to the community, and in particular, Linstead Hospital and the purchase of medical equipment. Majority of our staff is from the St. Catherine area. And so this is a major hospital within the St. Catherine area. And we want to make sure we're contributing to the sustainability of the hospital. They've been in existence for 100 years, and we want to be a part of the next century with the hospital and know that True Juice, Tradewind Citrus, we have made a contribution to that.
To be the first meal, it feels very good. The course was very, very, very nice. I think it's fantastic. It's a beautiful example of health and great support for those premature kids. Yes, definitely. I will be back next year. I love it.
Well, the True Juice 5K, felt good, but it was rough. The aim in my race is to cut down the time. I did 1 hour, 7 minutes last year, so I wanted to go under 1 hour. Difference was I'm a bit fitter this time. So it was a bit easier. To the people that missed this event, they missed a good one. It was great.
20K cycle, deadly. It was rough. It's my first time doing it. I didn't know what to expect in terms of doing the cycling, because it's been years since I've even jumped on a bicycle. So right now, I think it's a new experience for me. I started the track about 8 o'clock. What time is it now? About 10 o'clock. See? And it's my first time, so I'm saying do some practice runs first, because that's where it's no walkover. Try to finish about an hour. Don't make everybody run past me, but then I see grandma moving past me, a 10-year-old moving past me. I'll be like, okay, they're fit. I'm just getting there. I think it's a good cause. Whenever you have the chance to be able to support an organization or entity, I think it's worth supporting. So kudos to True Juice. And next year, I think I'll definitely be here again.
That's it from us here at the beautiful Tradewind Citrus Farm here in Bog Walk, St. Catherine. Until next time, I'm Jamila Maitland for Business Access TV, serious about business.
women are the backbone of our society. They deserve to be protected and respected. Domestic violence is not okay. Speak up and speak out. No more violence against women.
Out of 21 finalists in the Digicel Foundation's Face of Change competition, the top contenders were chosen and rewarded for their contribution to social development in Jamaica. This week on Caring Hands, we introduce to you the competition's top 3 finalists. The third place finalist, the Eastwood Gardens Youth for Progress Youth Club, was started just a few years ago. One of their main focuses is the education of young people in the community.
We are 3 years old. We started in 2014 out of a need to assist the children, because in 2014, 18 of our children did the GSAT examination and only 1 passed for traditional high school, and that's what motivated the Vice President and I to start the youth club. We are coming from a community where most of us went to Meadowbrook, Immaculate, St. Andrews Girls, and these students were passing for non-traditional high school, and it was not the norm. So we saw that they needed help, so we decided to help them. And not only that, we also knew that with our youth club there would be opportunities for our youths, and we wanted to see how best we can help them. Since inception, we have created this community library and education room.
So the library finished built in January, thanks to the Ministry of Education and Digicel Foundation for the structure of the building and some of the equipment. The NCB Foundation who sponsored some printers. Books were sponsored mainly by the Rotary of Kingston and community members who we went on a book drive and we got the books donated. So the library provide means for the kids in the community to come and read books, do homework, print homework, and also do researches, and also we have classes to teach them about the music and Spanish, French, and everything.
We also offer music lessons. We offer piano classes and guitar classes on a Monday at 5 p.m. So every Monday at 5, the students come here and they're taught to play the guitar free of cost and the piano. We're also looking to purchase more musical equipment so that we can have a variety of instruments for the children to learn to play. They're expressing interest in the violin, so we're thinking about it. We recently got sponsorship from Australia Aid, and we're doing a recycle project called Eastwood Gardens Recycling of Plastic. Recently we had our cleanup day, which entailed cutting grass and collecting plastic bottles from the gullies and all over the community, and also taking out bulky waste out of our community. We had 4 truckloads of bulky waste that was collected, and we also collected 28 bags of plastics and a lot of garbage.
With the Eastwood Gardens Recycling of Plastics, we're trying to do a business from the project because we have a lot of recycled plastics, and reusing is better than recycling. I like to see the kids from the community be involved in that business as an entrepreneur, learning on-the-job training and personal development from being involved in that project.
The Eastwood Gardens Youth for Progress Youth Club caters directly to what persons in the community want or need.
How we identify the various projects is that we look on what is needed in the community and what is the problems and how best we can solve them.
Since the youth club has been established, the youths are more they love to volunteer. Anytime we say we want to do something, you have a lot of persons willing to volunteer, and they're a little bit more interested in schoolwork, and we had an increase in GSAT passes in 2015 and 2016.
Quiz competition aim was for the GSAT kids that are taking GSAT to make them study more and make it more fun. And I can say for one student, his name is O'Shea. I worked closely with his team, and he was not very good in science. He was very low when he started. He came out as the top science person, so he brings out the best in the students.
The best part of being a part of the youth club is making things happen in the community and doing stuff for other persons, of course. The kids, you can see where they're very appreciative of the things that we do. So making things happen for them and things that they want to happen is very rewarding. You can see the kids are more focused in their actions, and they have things to do with their time and energy because they're very energetic, trust me. So I think if we had that in our time, we'd be more focused as well. For example, things like opportunities that they have, like learning an instrument or stuff like that. You never know. One of us could have been, you know, very musically inclined and talented like that, but we didn't get the opportunity. So I believe if the youth club was around then, we'd see more of that.
Welcome to Marine Avenue, the home of the Eastwood Gardens Youth for Progress Youth Club.
So what inspired us to enter this Face of Change competition is the work that we have been doing over the years and assisting the youth. So we're just highlighting the good that we're doing for our community and to highlight our community. Through the Face of Change competition, persons have seen the work that we're doing and also encourage us to continue the good work.
Some of the plans that we have, the main plan is to kick off our breakfast program. A lot of time you see the children, they don't go to school. They say, why didn't you go to school today? You didn't have any lunch money. So we want to kick off our breakfast program by purchasing the stuff that we need so that we can start preparing breakfast for the children in the morning. You know, that's the most important meal. So we're seeking sponsorship right now to cover like the fridge and the stove and the supplies that we need. But like the food items that we'll need to cook, we're going to use our recycle project funds to purchase those things. But we just need help to kick off the project off the ground. And another project that we have for the community parents is, we call it the Cassia Park Community Services. This is where we're using the skills from the parents in the community and we're looking jobs for them so that they can help to send their children to school. So we're looking jobs for like all persons that are skilled, like the plumbers, the dressmakers, the homemakers, the persons that can wash and press and iron. We're looking jobs for them, a part of our project that we're launching called Cassia Park Community Services.
The youth club is building youths and shaping them in the right way. So we don't have much crime and violence in the community, and also helping to build Jamaica as a whole.
It's very important for these initiatives and these foundations to be around because children need help. They need guidance, they need supervision. Sometimes parents at home, they don't have time for the kids, so a youth club is something that they can channel their energy in. For example, we had sports day the other day, and I mean the whole community, every day the children come from school, they change and they're just ready. They're practicing for events that happened already. Said, why are you practicing for that? We do that already. No, they're just so interesting, they just want to do everything, and you know, it helps them because it can produce stars. You know, we see Nehemiah Perry was our coach for the cricket match, and he saw talent in two of our individuals. So, you know, things like that can help to let persons know that they exist and to give them the help that they need to succeed in life.
Coming up on Caring Hands.
You can trust princesses and ladies. Ask Digicel, they'll tell you.
Ready for cable for as little as $100? Ready for no monthly cable bill? Ready for 10 TV channels absolutely free? Then pick up our Ready TV box at authorized stores for $4,500. Hook it up to your TV set, then top it up with Ready Credit for 1, 7, or 30 days. Buy now and get $1,000 free Ready Credit and start watching your favorite shows. Pick it up, hook it up, top it up. Ready TV. Prepaid cable TV when you're ready. Now serving Kingston and St. Catherine. Limited time offer while stocks last. Conditions apply.
Having a corporate event, seminar, awards show, conference, product launch, workshop, or expo? Business Access TV is here to showcase your event. Contact our sales department at 908-0919, 906-6357, or 908-2775 for more information. Business Access TV, serious about business.
As the end of the year draws nigh and the celebrations begin, let us add some magic to the festivities with our BATV Christmas mix. Why settle for blah when you can have fa la 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 la? 60 advertising spots, 10 crawl spots. This $1.6 million package is all yours for only $45,000. Don't wait. Contact our sales team today and take advantage of this incredible offer. Our gift to you. BATV Christmas Mix. Offer valid until December 31, 2018.
This is Weekend Business Report. Economic windfall.
Unsecured loans.
Alleged corruption.
Follows the closure. If they made this investment.
Brokers
strive to increase revenues.
These sought some answers.
Financial meltdown.
Here are the week's final. Here's Garth. News Roundup.
Camille, it's back to you.
That's Weekend Business Report with me, Keneal Gale. Saturdays and Sundays.
Empowering our women in every aspect of their lives is extremely vital. Thanks to the second place winners in the Digicel Foundation's Face of Change competition, hundreds of young girls are getting that empowerment from an early age.
Princesses and Ladies is an organization, non-for-profit, where we educate, empower, and help ladies and girls to be better, to do better, to behave better, to think better of themselves, and to just go for it and do best. So we came about because there was a set of ladies who, saw that at that point in the society, a lot of things were happening. A lot of child abuse, a lot of murders, there were just a lot of things going on at that point in 2013, 2014 about there. And so we decided as women and as girls, we needed a platform to speak about some of these things and to get girls and ladies to be comfortable talking about issues and to find ways how to empower them and to get past certain things. So that's how we came about. So as long as you're a girl or you're a lady and you want to speak or you want comfort or you want empowerment or you just want a friend to talk to, you are the person who we are at.
Could be. All right.
We do sessions, we do girls' days, we have events where we just invite girls and ladies to come on and just sit and have a talk. Or if you are a girl who you're at a school and you see a need, you see that your classmates need somebody else than their own teacher to talk to, we'll try and come and to facilitate all that we can. We definitely want to be able to impact girls. We want them to be empowered. We want them to be able to achieve certain things that they never even thought of. We want them to be able to go to the university and get certified. We want them to be able to go to Heart Trust and be able to be certified also. We want them to be able to believe in themselves and to go for whatever they want to go for.
For Simone, being able to assist others through the Princesses and Ladies Inc. is extremely important as she's able to put herself in the shoes of other young women in need.
Well, it's important for me because being a girl, being a lady, you know, I wanted platforms to speak. I wanted a voice. I wanted an ear to listen. I wanted somewhere where, you know, it's level and whatever I say will not go against me. Girls need help. It is important for you as a Christian and as a person to just give back. And so it is important for us to be helpers. It is important for us to be there for somebody, to become that shoulder, to become that pillow for somebody else. So it is also important for us to be able to help smaller girls to grow the way they are supposed to. And we think that, you know, it will make the society better. When you have a comfortable woman at home, when you have a comfortable girl, when you have girls that are confident and that are hopeful, it makes the society better.
While the members of the Princesses and Ladies Inc. carry out their various activities, they get support from a few organizations.
So we partner with SOSOCA, we partner with Child Development Agency, we partner with several different organizations such as Ministry of Youth and Ministry of Education. We also have other partners that, you know, are not wished to be mentioned who really come on board and help us. And we also have Digicel on board with us too this year, which is such a plus. Our partner overseas, which is our CEO, she got information about the Digicel Face of Change competition and we were elated. We went on board and we came together and we said, okay, this is our big chance. This is a big platform for us. And so all of our members everywhere, in Cayman, in Africa, in the US, in Jamaica, all of us just came on because we needed help and we needed to be partnered with somebody such as Digicel that has a good name, a company that can trust, you know, a company that will always be there. So, you know, all of us just came in and did our part. Being in second place, it gave us that platform to be known. It gives us exposure. It helped us to reach others. It helps others to know about us and to be able to trust us being affiliated with Digicel. So the last time we had over 200 girls, and you know, all of those girls have potential. All of them want somebody to help them. And so back to school is a big thing. So school books, supplies, personal items, and might I say we work closely with two major girls' homes. And one of them, you know, most of those girls are mothers. And so they need stuff. They need stuff for their babies. They need personal items. So the need is great. I mean, coming to the event that we have every year in July, girls need to be fed. I mean, they need, you know, places to go, and we need resources to host these things. We need tents, we need food, we need money to be able to get their stuff. So it's a lot. There are instances where we have girls who will come up to us and say, you know, I was at the event and I was going through this, and so I know that I can do this now, or I know now that I can talk to this person, or I know that this agency is able to help me. And so we feel like we're doing something, we feel like we're getting somewhere, we feel like, okay, we have contributed to some life, because that same girl, she's wearing her skirts a little bit longer, she's trying to speak the Queen's English, she's doing better in school, the grades are going up, mommy's saying, okay, I mean, the behavior is sorting out, you know, we're talking more, I'm understanding her more. You have mothers who come to us and say, Miss, I really appreciate this. You know, this was happening to us, I didn't know how to deal with it, but with your help, with that session with SOSOCA, with that help with the Ministry of Education, you know, we are sorting things out and things are better at home. Jamaica, we need you. There are a lot of businesses and a lot of persons that are out there who really wants to help, and they don't know who you can trust, princesses and ladies. Ask Digicel, they'll tell you. You can trust us, we need help, we need hands, we need hearts, we need help. Our main mission is to educate, empower, and to achieve however we can. So we want girls to be able to go to school, get certified, be the change, you know, stand out, be that girl that mommy wants you to be. I mean, we know that some manners, you know, things are not so well, but we know that this is the right way. And so as a girl and as a Princesses and Ladies affiliate, we are going to be that standout. We are going to be able to do all the good things that are supposed to be done and to be an overall good citizen.
Coming up on Caring Hands.
It was a combined effort that really got us to be champions.
The Good Life, your trusted source for useful health and wellness information, lifestyle tips for the mind, body, and soul. Tune in Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m. on Business Access TV.
There's only one recommendation for funding that is ever going to come from me, and that is funding from a bank.
This is the cost to build, and it includes every nail and screw for the building.
Our motto is building communities, building a nation.
Get in the know with the world of real estate with Business Access TV's Home Sweet Home, Sundays at 4:30 p.m.
Career Moves has always explored interesting careers, highlighting all you may not have known about them. This season is no different.
Coming back to Jamaica, everyone's like, fizzy what? Fizzy who?
When you find a bright boy or girl in the class and people say, what are you going to be? The parents will say, you have to go be a doctor, you have to go be a lawyer. Nobody says you have to go be a politician.
Let me see your hands!
Tune in Tuesdays at 8 p.m. on Business Access TV.
As the end of the year draws nigh and the celebrations begin, let us add some magic to the festivities with our BATV Christmas mix. Why settle for blah when you can have fa la 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 la? 60 advertising spots, 10 crawl spots. This $1.6 million package is all yours for only $45,000. Don't wait. Contact our sales team today and take advantage of this incredible offer. Our gift to you. BATV Christmas Mix. Offer valid until December 31, 2018.
They say charity begins at home. For many, the first place winners in the Digicel Foundation's Face of Change competition, the Bethel New Testament Church of God, is considered home.
Bethel New Testament Church of God has been, over the years, a church that caters to the need of the less fortunate. And we serve the community of Arnett Gardens, Lincoln Road, Russell Road, Top Jungle, and other surrounding areas. And we have been playing a vital role in offering services. We have an early childhood institution here. We have a feeding program as well. We also offer services to the community with our computer lab. So persons who are, doing like CXC, information technology, those who are doing their SBAs, they come on over and print, and just about anything that has to do with computer and information technology. We try to offer the best services we can. Our church has quite a number of programs that are running. For our teenagers, we have what is called the Performing Arts Ministry. And mostly teenagers are drawn to the Performing Arts Ministry. And we have young adults who supervise them and all of that. We also have what is called the benevolence arm of the church that caters to the needs of the less fortunate. And so the benevolence arm of the church basically takes care of those who are in need, whether they are in need of food items, financial needs, and so forth.
Benevolent committee is something that goes to help people who are in need. You just don't help in just food or, you give love, you listen, you participate in their lives, whatever it is that they are in need of. The benevolent committee will try to assist in that area.
Through Food for the Poor and frequent collaborations with the Pentecostal Church on Windward Road, the Bethel New Testament Church of God is able to distribute food items to its church and community members.
When we do collect the stuff from Food for the Poor, we take a day when we'll come and we will just wrap out whatever it is to be wrapped, whether rice, peas, sausage, bean and so forth. And then now on a Sunday when we come, we'll make it announced from the rostrum to the pews of the church. Persons will come around, and especially for those who are more in need, we look out for those, and especially the elderly. We cater for them first, and then for the others who are not, as less fortunate as. Because there are more who's less fortunate than others.
We try to reach as much as we can at all times, as long as we have the provision, right? So, like monthly, sometime every 6 weeks, 2 months, it depends on how we have the things. So we would reach them in that kind of a way.
So there are persons within the church. We have young, vibrant adults who participate, put on competitions. So one of the competitions, they always have a summer program, a football competition, 6-a-side competition. Sometimes it is held in the churchyard, sometimes it is held on the football field. But it's a 6-a-side competition that the church uses as an initiative to bring young men together, to evangelize. So we don't only just have sports, but we use it as a tool to evangelize. And what we find is that, we have a lot of young men from the community who participate. Also, we enter other competitions that are put on within the community as well. And from time to time, we have been champions in these areas because we have a very wonderful set of young people who are very competitive and they are excellent at what they do.
The Bethel New Testament Church of God is a small church in the inner city community of Arnett Gardens, South St. Andrew, Jamaica.
We heard of the Face of Change competition from a member here who introduced us to the competition, told us that Digicel Foundation has a competition going and we should enter, and it's going to take a lot of work. And so, it would be good if we could jump on board and be a part of it. And I totally agreed with it, and we sold the idea to the young people, and from the young people to the entire church. And what it took was for us to be voting every day. So what we did, we got the entire church voting. And there are some of the elders who are not so techno-savvy. We got the young people to really teach them how to use the phone to vote, how you go online and how you vote. We also got the diaspora involved in that way. Our friends and families, members of the church who are abroad, we told them about this initiative, and we told them that they need to vote, and they have to vote every day as much as they can. And they too got on board and they began to vote. And so we never let up from day one to the end. We kept on voting every day as much as we can, all day, every day. So, so it was a combined effort that really got us to be champions. One of the things it has done for me personally, and for the church as well, it has given us quite a lot of recognition. There are many persons who did not know about our church. There were even some people in the community as well who did not know about our church. And since Digicel Face of Change, persons have come to recognize us, persons have gotten the chance to know some more about us. And there are persons who have, reached out to us as well, some wanting to assist us with the programs that we do here. Our Digicel Face of Change honorarium, what we're going to be doing is building a resource center where we'll house a new computer lab fitted with an e-library to serve the entire community. So we want to let people know from now that in the future they can come here to Bethel and they can use the lab for whatever studies they're doing. They can use it for social media, whatever. So we want to offer that service so that the next generation can be able to move forward and be able to keep up with what is happening in technology.
The Word of God said we should love our neighbors as we love ourselves. So whatever good thing that we are wanting for ourselves, then we should want it for each other. So if there are people who are in need in different areas of their lives, then, it would be good for us to try to assist and help the best way we can.
over time, the greatest thing that I'd love to see in the community is for the community to live in peace, for the community to embrace peace and to love each other, forgive each other, and basically have more fellowship with each other. We find out that too many of our young men are losing their lives daily. And yes, the church is praying and all of that, but if they'd only handle conflicts in a better way, then we'd have less crime and violence. So that's one of the major changes that I'd love to see. And I'd love to see not just the church, but other entities jump on board and try to assist persons who are less fortunate in whatever way they can. Because it's better to give than to receive, as the scripture says. So if we can reach out and help somebody along the way and make a difference in their lives, I'm sure that we can, from one person to an entire community to the entire nation, we can make a change.
We applaud all entrants in the Digicel Foundation's Face of Change competition and hope that you too are inspired to give back to your community and, by extension, our nation.
Ball, owner at Ballhouse Design Studio. The idea for the company came about while I was working full-time with Sandals Resorts as an interior designer. Actually, it started from before that. I was always a creative person. I always wanted to do a business, not sure exactly what I wanted to do, but while, over time my career led me into interior design and product design, I decided that I wanted to just pursue whatever made me happy. And that was to make things. And I decided while I was working full-time to just start playing around with a few of the pottery pieces that I made in design school and to test them out in the market. And so I started my business as a side hustle while working full-time. Officially January of 2016, but like I said, started as a side hustle in 2012. We're what I call a design making business. So we're in the business of designing, manufacturing and selling products. And we design and make by hand porcelain tableware, lighting fixtures and statement furniture pieces. That's usually contracted out. And anything home. We are a design studio, so we don't like to limit ourselves to whatever type of product, but we've started in the home because that's what feels natural and that is what I love doing. We cater to the modern Jamaican. I like to think that our products are a reinterpretation of traditional Jamaican craft or using modern materials in a traditional way. So we cater to that individual who loves Jamaican culture, who is aware of Jamaican culture, who's looking for something that's new, that reflects our culture, but not in the obvious way. So there are subtle hints, and there definitely is a story behind the product and the development of the ideas, but it's for that person who wants something that can, kind of be more timeless. So they're pieces that are modern, but they're warm at the same time. So our pieces we may use technology such as laser cutting or 3D printing, but they're soft because we use natural materials and we don't make them too shiny or we don't make them too processed. We still stay true to what I love about Jamaica and the natural beauty of the country. They're not only made for a Jamaican home, they're also made for the modern consumer globally, because they can fit in any home anywhere in the world and not feel as if it's just for one type of person. Capital to start the business came, I guess you can call it bootstrapping, as well as I got a loan. I got a loan from a local commercial bank to start up. But additional funding came from my full-time job. But recently, I got a grant from the Development Bank of Jamaica, which has assisted me in purchasing a new piece of equipment that will help to add some innovative and new products. I don't want to say what they are just yet because it's a little bit hush-hush. I would say raw materials and marketing. That's where my funding went. It's just a year, so it's growing. That's what I like to think. I think it's growing. It's not negative, it's not bad, it's not like shrinking. I find that there's a lot of potential in the business, so I feel positive that I know there'll be a lot of growth in the upcoming years. So let's leave it at that. It's growing. It's going where it should go. The location came about because I needed somewhere that I could work rent-free and keep my costs down. So when I left my full-time job, I moved back in with my mother, and you live rent-free. You pay, you contribute to the bills, but of course you keep your bottom line down because you want to control your costs. So I made the decision to move where would be best for the business. It's good in terms of the cost control. It's difficult. One of the cons is that in a rural area, you don't have access to the market as much as you would. So if I were in a corporate area, Kingston or even Montego Bay, I would have had better access to the market, as well as for networking purposes. So it's difficult. But we live in the digital age, so you can do whatever you want. There's Instagram, there's social media, there's all kinds of things that you can do to get your name out there. But it just becomes difficult when you want to go to a meeting or an event that you would like to be able to attend. But those things will work themselves out over time. Human resources in the creative industry is difficult, especially in ceramics, because it is a shrinking industry, I believe. It's difficult. You don't find many people who are doing ceramics the way that myself or a few other people in the industry are doing it. And you find it's mainly arts-based, not functional, a lot of functional work that's being put out there on a mass or large scale, and that's what I'm trying to get to. So you find that finding people who are trained is zero to, it's pretty much very non-existent, especially in this area. There's Edna Manley is the only art school in the country, and it doesn't have satellite campuses, and art is not taught in our school system. Well, in some schools, not all of them, but definitely not in Westmoreland. So I have to train everyone. So pretty much what I've done, I've leaned on a lot of the government agencies such as JEEP and the NIS office, the Labour Board, to find young people who are looking for work experience, who's, when you interview them, they have the right attitude. Once you have the right attitude, I'm willing to work with you. And a lot of them are willing to learn and actually are interested, but they've just never been exposed to something like this. So it's great for anyone that I interact with, that they actually see something else, another option other than working in a hotel or as a cashier or in an office. I can see them opening up and getting excited. So to find people, it's difficult, but I feel it's a process. It's new, so there's still a lot of growth that's going on and development. I try to have, every Monday we have a Monday meeting, and that sets up the tone for the rest of the week. We talk about production and targets, but we also do motivational stuff, and I try to expose the team to not just stuff related to training, but also to expand their minds, to become more entrepreneurial, or to expose them to different ways of thinking and to allow them to want more for themselves. So the company tries to instill that in the team members. The culture, it's very close-knit. It's a family-owned business. I can't do what I'm doing without my little team. You know, it's just my dad, and I have one production assistant, and she's quite new. But I really and truly cannot do what I'm doing without their help. And then also, you know, my mother's help and just my family rallying around me. Well, a typical day for me is quite long. I don't mind it because I love what I do, but it starts early. I start out checking emails and stuff like that. I don't get exercise in right now because everything is so hectic. But we start there, usually end up in the studio working on the production side of things, doing molds so that we can increase production capacity. So it's pretty much non-stop, and I go to bed maybe at about 10:30, 11. So it's a pretty long day, but there's just so many different things that you have to do, and sometimes you have to leave what you're doing. You have to, you know, run to the other town to clear some goods or deal with some issue. So long days, but they're filled with a lot of activity that, you know, keep you going. So I'd say my life as an entrepreneur has changed for the better because my experiences are a lot more. I feel that I'm growing a lot more as an individual, learning. There's so many life lessons, you know, learning just how to be a better person, a better leader, being more patient, managing my time, solving problems. All those things are coming into play, and for me personally, it has brought me a lot of personal growth and great experiences since I've done this full-time, decided to do it full-time.
We're taking you beyond our shores, across the region and around the world. Every week, BATV gives you in-depth reporting on the major stories that gripped headlines in the Caribbean and on the international scene. Join us Sundays for This Week Abroad. Business Access TV, serious about business at home and abroad.
Weekend Business Report. Economic windfall,
unsecured loans,
alleged corruption,
follows the closure. If they made this investment,
brokers
strive to increase revenues.
He sought some answers.
Financial meltdown.
Here are the week's final. Here's Garth. News Roundup.
Camille, it's back to you.
That's Weekend Business Report with me, Camille Gale, Saturdays and Sundays.
I would say what sets us apart and makes us unique is our aesthetic and our approach to design and production. I just, you know, see something and I'm inspired by the way it looks or it feels or the material quality, or I may be somewhere and I see something in nature. I'm inspired by nature a lot, and so you'll find that influence in our culture. So I do things like, you know, our dancehall queen collection, and I have salt and pepper shakers that are, you know, the heads of what I call my dancehall queens. Or I may do a salt and pepper shaker that's like a sea biscuit, which is a shell that I would have found on the beach. So there are different things that inspire the designs and the work process. I read a lot of blogs and websites that spoke to how to build your business as an entrepreneur. Websites such as entrepreneur.com and Harvard Business Review and all of those. And by putting some of those things into, into my, marketing and sales strategy, some of the things that I found work for me was to start small, start with your immediate network. That helps a lot. By starting with your immediate network, that allows you to spread by word of mouth. And word of mouth is one of the greatest marketing tools. Most of my business has come from word of mouth and by actually just doing the work and having someone else see it and having people make recommendations. So I find that to build a successful customer base or a strong customer base, you should, that's where you should start. Time management for me is always an issue because I think I can do everything in 5 minutes, right? I feel like I'm superhuman and, you know, I can just get it done. And so time management becomes an issue from time to time because you're trying to do everything. You're trying to be the accountant, you're trying to be, you know, HR, you're trying to be production manager, assistant, everything, right? You have to be boss, you have to be staff, you have to be everything in between. So it becomes challenging from time to time, just managing your time. And what I have learned, because I used to get very hard on myself, is just take time with myself. A lot of times we get hard on ourselves because we think that we're not doing enough. And so we get down on ourselves, we get too hard on ourselves. So I've learned to kind of appreciate that there's always another day to get something done. And so I tell myself that, and I don't worry about it too much if I don't accomplish everything I want to accomplish today. And then also other challenges that I faced had to do with letting go and trusting other people to do things their way. Because I'm a little bit of a control freak in terms of how I want my business to be run and how I envision it to be. And I've had to learn to let go of wanting everything done the way I would do it, because I can't do it alone. And so you have to learn to delegate and trust that other people, it's a learning process for them too. So they will make mistakes, but you just have to work along with it until they get to a point where they can be on your level, or they may find something, you know, they may come up with a system that's more efficient than what you were even thinking about. Failures happen every day. I would say that there are products that I thought would have been like, this is going to like just be so hot when it comes out and everybody's going to want to buy it. And then there are products that I thought I was not excited about and they did well. So I would say I've been very cautious and I've planned a lot. So I wouldn't say I have had many failures. I would say one of my largest, I wouldn't call it a failure. You know, there are really no failures. They're all learning experiences, and you can't look at, if something doesn't turn out the way you want it to turn out, it's not a failure, it's a learning experience and it's a part of the journey. So I don't really think of any disappointment as a failure. It's just something that happens and you learn to deal with it and you move on from that. You can't prevent that. You can't prevent that. You're in a business that people break things all the time. You know, sometimes like when you're under pressure and you really need 12 mugs and you really need 12 mugs and one breaks and you're like, oh my God, it just took me like 3 weeks to make this mug and it breaks. What you're going to do, right? You hope the customer understands, but you can't prevent that. You just have to roll with it. You just have to roll with it. But to prevent certain things from happening, you just have to train and you just have to prepare yourself for it. And then, you know, when the inevitable happens, you just shrug and let it go and just move on. You can't do nothing about it. Growing the business has been organic for me, slow and steady. And I believe in partnerships. And so I've not only thought about the business earning revenue in one area, thought about wholesaling, retailing, thinking about the different areas for me to capture the market. So there's a sales aspect of it. And then, you know, identifying those retail partners that you want to work with that, you know, you share, you know, a certain type of synergy. So I have developed a plan that allows me to sell locally and to sell internationally and globally, which over time, as I grow from, you know, having a foundation in the business, will also help me to supply the demand as I grow internationally. I do a lot of marketing on social media, not enough because there's not enough hours in the day, but a lot of it is done on social media. I would say my most successful marketing effort at the moment would be trade shows, where I get to interface directly with the customer and they get to know the story, they get to feel, touch the products. I'm not in a lot of stores, so that's a very good way to market the business when you're starting out. In terms of social media, you find that sites such as Instagram and Facebook does well because there's that visual content that you can showcase the product and people get to learn about the brand that way if they're far away, if they've never seen you before. And I also have a website. A lot of people find me online. Even though the online store isn't set up as yet, you can see the interest. A lot of international customers, potential customers have reached out to me wanting to make purchases. I feel like I'm not doing anything that's too difficult. I'm just very dedicated and determined to accomplish what I set out to do. So I'm willing to go my entire life to do that. I'm willing to be a 90-year-old on a pottery wheel just making stuff if I need to. I mean, I'll change vision or whatever I need to make money, but I'm just willing to go the extra mile and do what needs to be done. So I would say pretty far. There's no linear way and everybody's path is different. But what I've read about other people and what I've found to be true for myself is that the first step is to just do it. It's not to dream about it, but to actually take the first step. And it doesn't have to be a huge step. It can be a little tiny step. And I think just doing it and then planning, being determined, having passion and a love for what you do, and not being afraid to fail or to make mistakes and to learn from that and to be able to pick yourself up off the ground. So I think those are things that are, would be, all the ingredients that you would need. Success for me is not about money. I mean, yes, everybody wants to be comfortable, and wealth for everyone is different. Your idea of being wealthy is different from somebody else's. And I find that for me, success means to be true to myself and to actually be able to be happy doing what I'm doing, to be living my purpose and working towards that and just being happy doing that. And that to me is success. My current fear is that I would not be able to supply demand. Like the business would just, demand would just go through the roof and I wouldn't be able to supply that. And I let people down, and I disappoint myself because I don't deliver on my promises. And that right now is my greatest fear. Not that the business will close. I just don't have in my mind that the business is going to close. I just don't feel that will ever happen. I don't know if I'm being naive.
Having a corporate event, seminar, awards show, conference, product launch, workshop or expo? Business Access TV is here to showcase your event. Contact our sales department at 908-0919, 906-6357, or 908-2775 for more information. Business Access TV, serious about business.
Stay current and gain more information on the ever-evolving industry of real estate on Home Sweet Home, Sundays at 4:30 p.m. on Business Access TV.
What motivates me is seeing the business grow, like seeing the little accomplishments. I've learned to appreciate the journey as opposed to just making, targets, but just to appreciate that what comes along with it. My greatest inspiration, that will be easy. All the women in my life they've impacted me in one way or another, but my greatest inspiration would be my mother as a female business owner. She's been doing it for over 30 years now, and I've had other female entrepreneurs or women business owners in my family, and they've influenced me and they've inspired me to not think that being a female entrepreneur or businesswoman is such a mountain. A lot of women, they don't have enough examples of women around them being in businesses. I think it's something for men, or they're afraid to do that. I'm not afraid to do it because my grandmother was her own business woman, my mother, my aunt, and my uncles. I come from a family that has a lot of business background, and so it would be the women around me, but especially my mother and my aunt Dorothy, who has also been a great inspiration to me. It frustrates you at times, but when you find the perfect solution, it's just so satisfying. So for me, it's putting those systems in place and seeing them working. That's been one of the most satisfying things for me as an entrepreneur. Not being afraid to roll up my sleeves and get dirty. I don't think what I do is glamorous. Most people see the final product, and that's the magic and the fancy stuff, but just being determined and working very hard and believing in what I'm doing, I'd say that would be it. I like to go out and I like to dance and have a good time. And I don't do that as often as I used to because I genuinely love playing in clay and making products and designing stuff. So that's fun for me. Sounds nerdy and boring, but that's fun for me. But I love a good party. I love to go out and have fun. And I'd like, there's always Netflix and sitcoms. So, when you want to just unwind for a little bit, you need a little break, I do that. At the core of it, doing what I love to do and just being at peace with that. Not, everybody has, I say all the time that everybody's made for a different kind of stress, right? I could be in a studio and 10 things break and that's my stress and I can handle it. And someone else would not be able to handle some of the things that they would call failures. They would just give up because, oh my gosh, this kiln batch of products, didn't come out, the way it should. But this is happiness for me, being able to do what I'm doing and love it. That makes me happy, and knowing that I'm making an impact and I have an impact on my voice, not my voice, but what I'm doing is helping somebody else to be happy as well. So that makes me happy, that other people appreciate my work and I'm able to express myself creatively and also with just everything that I'm doing. Plans for the future. Immediate plans would be to get certain systems in place for sales, such as my online store. Those are immediate plans, but growth of the business globally, to not just for the purpose of just selling stuff and making money, but also to get Jamaican design out there and get recognition for our industry as a creative industry, not just musically, but also in the visual arts, which we're not known for internationally. It's a niche market. Few people know about how creative we are in that way. So that's one of the things that I want to do, to become a little bit more involved in building the industry, introducing young people and children to ceramics and just to art in general, to expose them to other options so that they realize that it's not just about going to work for somebody, but also to help them to understand that they can employ people and they can be self-employed or they can start businesses, and just to expose and inspire that, hopefully a generation of people. And also just to grow the business and to continue on the path that I'm going. So there's a social aspect, and then there's just the business side of it, the growth of the business. My advice for people that want to start their own businesses would be to just start. That's the first thing that you would have to accomplish, and it doesn't have to be a big leap. I feel like you should also not be too hard on yourself. I feel like if you are doing something and you make a mistake or an error, don't feel like you're a failure. There's always tomorrow. And I also believe that just work hard at it and be determined, because if you are determined and you have that passion and you love what you do, everything else will fall into place. Just be true to you and keep going.